Hi, thank you for watching this video in advance. I wanted to share an experience that I had, and this is something that I continue to have, and I'm blown away by it. I choose me. Be there with me. And this is my mantra, an internal phrase, or with Kim, it's my point of view phrase. I'm in a session with my mentor and I'm super hyper focused on a coworker. And we've all been there, right? Like focused on the other person. And in my session with Kim, she really helps me see that the tornado that I'm describing of this other person is real. And I've also been pulled into it. So I'm also creating my own tornado and I'm also bringing my own stuff. So we unpack it. We dive in and we unpack it, and she begins to show me the mirror to my own work, my own inner work. And it's so impactful. The next morning, I wake up early, set out my materials, and I start diving into my own personal work. And I'm running my chakras and doing some clearing and releasing work. And while I'm sitting there, I get to my heart chakra and I cry. Oh, there it is, I say. Whew. Sadness, grief, hurt. But at the forefront of all those is anger. First, anger. So much of it. So much frustration. And I drop in to a memory that comes, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm sitting at the counter of my house, and I immediately know this memory. I know it like the back of my hand. I'm sitting at the counter. I know what's about to come, but I'm watching instead. I'm watching myself, and I see her, and I'm like, yep, it's about to come. She throws the chemistry book across the room. She's so mad that she can't do it. She's so mad that her homework is so hard. And I go to her. My adult self goes and says who I am, and I sit with her. And I'm like, yeah, chemistry is really hard right now, huh? Yep. Yeah, you're working really hard right now. It's really tough. And then she starts to cry. And I start to cry with her. And then more comes out. More. Because it's not about the chemistry class. It was about a man who didn't choose this family anymore, and her in particular, even though she had tried and tried and tried to be the perfect daughter that he had always wanted. 4.0 student, super involved in honors classes and everything. Just the idealistic student that he wanted. And he still walked out on her. And he hurt her a lot. And here she is still trying to prove to him that she's still that daughter. But he's gone. And then it's about the mom who couldn't reconcile her own grief, her own hurt, her own anger, and left also with him. She physically was at the home that I lived in, but she wasn't really there. And I felt that my 17-year-old self was very abandoned and very alone. And we processed that. And we held space together and cried. And then a moment or two goes by as I'm I'm releasing, not holding in, full on sobbing those emotions with my 17-year-old self. And then it hits me, her mostly, is he really gone? Oh, in my adult self, I'm like, oh, I had no idea at 17 if he would ever come back, if I'd ever have to see him again. I was still walking on eggshells, afraid of being in the same room with him, of being in the same space with him. I didn't even know that I could breathe finally. Is he really gone? Is my abuser really gone? Yes. Yes, I tell her. You never have to see him again. And that brings like tears of joy, tears of relief, ease, like she could take a breath in her body for the first time. And it's so beautiful and so incredible. And we together, just both, her and me, revel in that we were free from our abuser. And then as we're sitting there, as we're processing and feeling, a memory comes. A memory that can't be mine. I mean, maybe, but it's a memory of myself in the hospital being held by my mom as a baby. I'm just born. And I believe in my own beliefs that this is the memory from an ancestor shared with me as a gift. Thank you, whichever ancestor decided to share this with me. And my adult self gets to see this from the outside, and I'm surrounded by family. My aunt, my uncle, my grandma on both sides, my aunts on my dad's side, my dad, my mom, like they're all there with me at my birth. And they're all looking at me, and I just feel that the room and the world is just palpitating with love over me. And there's just this one word that I hear, or phrase, I suppose, and it's just so much potential, so much potential. And that was a huge message for me in deep, deep ways of my own inner work, and I journaled about that for the next hour. But what really came to me, what deeply came to me, was I was not alone. I was never, ever alone. And I'm still not alone. And that literally left me being like, whoa, out loud. I even wrote it in my journal, whoa. Never alone? Never? Question mark? Never? You always have yourself. You always have ancestors. You always have an older version of yourself, a younger version of yourself to help you, to guide you, to be with you. And I continued to journal for about another hour, continuing to write truth bombs and having so much just come through for me. And that's how a lot of my sessions are with Kim, where it might be about a coworker and how I've been caught up on it. It might be about my body aching and I don't know why, but there's definitely a medical, physical reason. And Kim has this just beautiful way of alchemizing it. And in fact, she used the word alchemy once, and it's no joke, y'all. I mean, it's magic, it's alchemy, it's divinity in a way that's just deeply connected. It's a true presence. And I am so, so grateful that I get to be in that presence, in this work, and diving in and diving deeper and being a part of it, because my journal has been filled with these truth bombs, and I have deeply connected to my own inner work, my life work, presence, and I choose me. And now I choose me is a mantra, a meditation. It's what I share in my resume. It's what I share with my husband. It's what I share with my coworkers. I choose me first, and then I get to choose you. And when I'm in energetic presence with myself, and I get to be in energetic presence with you, the co-creative power that we get to have together is mind-blowing. And at this point, it's becoming a revolution. So if you get to work with Kim, if you choose to work with Kim, you will be choosing yourself in a way that you'll never completely understand until you're in it. Because sometimes I describe it to people and I'm just like, It's so hard to describe. It's so much more than life work or business coaching, or excuse me, it's so much more than business coaching. It is life work. Like, it's absolutely life work. It's seeing yourself in the best and most profound light. And that's beautiful. And it's a gift. So thank you, Kim. Thank you for all of the work that we've done together. And I just can't wait to do more. And I hope that more of you get to get the gift of working with her. Thank you.